headline, Paula Deen cannot seem to stay out of the frying pan as more allegations of racism come to the surface. Don't let the sweet face you see on TV and food packages fool you, because Deen's longtime cook, Dora Charles, who you see here, says that Deen would refer to her as her soul sister, but then would turn around and use racial slurs. She says Deen would ask her to do demeaning things like going outside to ring a bell, as blacks did during slavery when it was time to eat. She also claims Deen would promise her riches if her restaurant ever made it big, but then left her in the dust. Patrick, let's break this down. I know you've got a lot of thoughts on this one.
Well, the first thing is, it's regardless of color or gender, there are always examples of people being ripped off or left behind when someone else, the other person, becomes extremely successful or very rich. So let's put that aside and say it happens to everyone. However, in this case, if Dora Charles claims the truth, first of racism and second of being left behind, not being rewarded, the promise not being fulfilled, then this turns out to be yet another example of a white person enriching themselves off a black person.
And you give examples of that in music too.
Well, this is a classic example. White music executives make extraordinary amounts of money, millions of dollars, off black artists who sing songs where they call their own race, their own people, extremely horrible names, which I'm not even allowed to say on television.
Right.
But it's in song. And so here you have these black people who sing very much about themselves, but saying horrible and nasty things to each other. Then you have white people making money off it. It's more than absurd. It's actually very sad.
And in Paula Deen's case, it'll be interesting to see if more people start coming forward, because now that it's under national eye, people are starting to think, well, wait a minute, there was that one time. So she may be facing problems like this for quite a while.
And here's the main point with that it's the same thing as when you have someone accused of pedophilia, that suddenly lots of people come out and say, yes, he did this to me, she did that to me. So this is a situation of someone very powerful, and the other people around them who may have been victims were afraid to speak up.
Yeah. All right, let's